One other guy, you mentioned there's skillful fighters out there. One guy that I do think is skillful, Terence Crawford. Obviously he had...
Terence Crawford has been underestimated his entire life, including his boxing skill and power. Time and again, the world champion from Omaha has fought to prove himself to the boxing world, most notably with his 9th-round knockout victory over Errol Spence Jr. Yet, even Floyd Mayweather didn't fully grasp Crawford's greatness until now, after experiencing a training session with him firsthand.
The Terence Crawford position, is it time for him to move up?
I think what he was like, I really super.
The pair trained together as Terence Crawford prepared for his showdown with Canelo Alvarez. During a subsequent sparring session, Crawford dominated Floyd Mayweather, showcasing his superior skill and punching power. The intense exchange proved to be a shocking revelation for Mayweather, leaving him with no choice but to acknowledge Crawford's exceptional talent.
Man, I'm gonna tell y'all the truth about Canelo. Easy, man. Cakewalk, easy. Y'all sitting up here, y'all praising this dude. This dude was nothing. I was almost 40 years old when I cooked this dude. Easy.
Terence Crawford invited Floyd Mayweather to be part of his training camp as he prepared for his upcoming fight against Canelo Alvarez. The undefeated boxing legend was thoroughly impressed by Crawford's remarkable improvement. Mayweather had no doubt that Canelo would be knocked out when fight night arrived. Adding to Crawford's already exceptional skill set, Mayweather shared defensive techniques to help him evade punches from the larger opponent. One of the key techniques Mayweather shared was the shoulder roll, along with precise footwork for Crawford to emulate. It's clear that Crawford is preparing for both Canelo's offensive and defensive strategies, no matter what style he brings to the fight. The undefeated pound-for-pound king is confident he can inflict serious damage on Canelo. After the training session, Mayweather reflected on his own fight against Canelo years ago, noting striking similarities between his past self and Terence Crawford now. He implied that history would repeat itself, with the outcome being no different from their bout 12 years ago. In September 2013, Floyd Mayweather faced Canelo Alvarez in a WBC and WBA light middleweight showdown. It marked the 45th fight of Mayweather's illustrious career, while the young Mexican was taking on the toughest challenge of his own. Many expected a competitive battle, but the fight turned out to be a one-sided affair, with Mayweather dominating from start to finish. Although the official scorecards suggested a closer contest, most boxing fans saw it as a clear victory for the undefeated American.
When I fought Canelo, I was 36, and Canelo was 23, around the same age. Some of these guys.
Mayweather dominated the fight from start to finish, using his skill and experience to outclass Canelo over 12 rounds, securing a majority decision victory. Despite his clear superiority, Judge C.J. Ross controversially scored the bout 114-114, leaving many in attendance, including Mayweather, baffled. Speaking to Fight Hype, the 47-year-old didn't hold back when discussing Canelo's boxing ability, summing up the fight in 3 blunt words: he was nothing. He went on to elaborate, saying, "You can take a guy like Canelo, I'll tell the truth about him. The fight was easy, a cakewalk. You're all praising this dude, but he was nothing. I was almost 40, and I cooked him easily." It's
really that they don't want, it's not that they don't want to see Tank win because they feel like it's beating me because I dominated the fight game for so long. But these same writers out here, they praise Canelo. He can pick and choose who he want to fight.
Mayweather retired a few years later, but more than a decade on, Canelo remains one of boxing's biggest stars, capturing world titles at middleweight, super middleweight, and light heavyweight. He even became the undisputed champion at 168 pounds. After suffering his first career loss to Mayweather, Canelo bounced back in dominant fashion, winning his next 15 fights and securing multiple world titles across 3 weight divisions. Now, he appears to be gearing up for another massive showdown, with a highly anticipated bout against fellow pound-for-pound great Terence Crawford reportedly set for later this year.
Won world titles and was undisputed champion, I think. So, I don't know, the Tank age, the young low champions.
Some observers believe the weight difference could be a major challenge for Crawford, as he would be moving up from 154 pounds to 168 pounds, having only fought once in the super welterweight division. With Canelo being the naturally bigger fighter, many expect the size disparity to lead to a devastating knockout victory for the Mexican, similar to when he stopped Amir Khan, who had also jumped up 2 weight classes for their fight. Keeping that in mind, Mayweather shared his thoughts on Canelo's power when asked if it had concerned him before their bout. His response was simple: asterisk, not at all. Asterisk.
Canelo was 23 with 43 fights and 30 knockouts. And the world said he was inexperienced. I was 36.
Mayweather went on to say that Canelo's power was nothing he hadn't experienced before, stating, asterisk, it's nothing I never felt before. Asterisk, having spent over 20 years in the sport, his words may serve as a confidence boost for Crawford, especially considering Canelo has failed to stop any of his last 5 opponents. The 34-year-old from Guadalajara, Mexico, currently holds the unified WBC, WBA, and WBO titles at 168 pounds and is set to defend his crown against fellow pound-for-pound superstar Terence "Bud" Crawford later this year in what could be one of the biggest fights in boxing history. Canelo's only other career defeat came in 2022 when he was decisively beaten by former WBA light heavyweight champion Dimitri Bivol.
With 40-something fights. And to tell you the truth, I was over the hill. And so when I fight guys, when I'm in my 30s, and
what made things even more intriguing was that Eddie Hearn was also present at the training camp, supporting Shakur Stevenson. With Mayweather, Crawford, and Hearn all in the same space, it quickly turned into a gathering of some of boxing's biggest names. They say, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, but in today's world, where high-profile moments rarely go unnoticed, especially with celebrities involved, keeping things under wraps is nearly impossible. And when you add Floyd Mayweather to the mix, secrecy becomes out of the question. A recent encounter between Mayweather and renowned promoter Eddie Hearn at a gym in Sin City sparked plenty of buzz. Though their exchange was laced with playful banter, it was clear that beneath the humor, subtle jabs were being thrown.
I'm gonna tell you why I like Eddie. So one day somebody, because you know I don't have social media on my phone. Yeah. So they showed me Eddie. Eddie was like, Floyd Mayweather ain't got no money. That's.
It's worth remembering that not long ago, Eddie Hearn repeatedly claimed that Floyd Mayweather didn't have the wealth he often claims, suggesting that Mayweather's search for exhibition fights was driven by financial need. Despite these comments, Mayweather earned over $1.2 billion throughout his legendary boxing career, including massive paydays from his bouts with Manny Pacquiao and Conor McGregor. Current reports suggest that Mayweather's net worth is around $400 million, which has enabled him to maintain an extravagant lifestyle even after retiring from professional boxing in 2017. Since then, he has continued to make money through a series of lucrative exhibition matches, facing lesser-known opponents like Logan and Jake Paul.
Mayweather ain't got no money, that's why he's doing exhibitions. No, Eddie don't believe that now.
But Eddie will say some shit like that.
Eddie will say some shit, but one thing.
The boxing legend has consistently claimed he's earning 8-figure paydays from each exhibition, even dubbing them legalized bank robberies. However, when explaining his decision to take part in these showman-style events, he emphasized that his goal was to continue building his generational wealth. Matchroom boxing promoter Eddie Hearn, in multiple interviews, suggested that Mayweather's net worth may not be as high as many believe, pointing to his lavish spending. Hearn remarked, asterisk, I don't think he's got the money he says he has, that's what I think. I don't think he needs the money, but when you have that kind of lifestyle and you're spending what he's spending, asterisk.
Yeah, don't worry about that, but me and Eddie got it clear, didn't we, Eddie?
Yeah.
One thing, me and my buddy got it clear.
We said as long as it's 10 or 20, no problem. Anything less.
The climax of the situation came when Mayweather ran into Hearn in Las Vegas and confronted him about the comments. The undefeated former boxer claimed that Hearn occasionally makes such remarks, but they had already cleared the air. The two then began to joke around, acting as if the news were true, playfully teasing each other while their respective entourages looked on, enjoying the banter. Their paths crossed in a boxing gym in Las Vegas, where they were both attending the fight between Diego Pacheco and Steve Nelson. During a lighthearted conversation, Mayweather joked, "One day, someone told me, because you know I don't have social media on my phone, so they showed me Eddie."
Can't be less than 10, because then we're struggling for money.
I had to show Eddie some of the accounts.
Eddie was like, asterisk Floyd Mayweather Jr. ain't got no money, that's why he's doing exhibitions. Asterisk Mayweather responded with a grin, saying, asterisk Eddie doesn't believe that. I know he says things like that, but me and Eddie cleared it up. Asterisk both Mayweather and Hearn wore smug grins as they shook hands. The promoter then jokingly replied, asterisk yeah, as long as it's 10 or 20, there's no problem. It can't be less than 10. Asterisk the remark sent Mayweather into a fit of laughter, with one of his team members also chuckling. It was clear there were no hard feelings between the two.
Imagine how much money Floyd Mayweather would have made if I was his promoter back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
Mayweather Jr. shared that he had even shown his bank accounts to Hearn. He clarified, asterisk listen, I had to show Eddie some of my accounts. Asterisk Hearn then responded, asterisk imagine how much Floyd Mayweather would have made if I was his promoter, do you know what I'm saying? Asterisk it's clear that Mayweather isn't lacking in cash, and it's no surprise considering his recent spending sprees. The boxing legend has made significant investments, including his largest ever purchase, a $42 million acquisition of a series of apartment blocks. While they say many a truth is spoken in jest, it certainly doesn't apply to Mayweather, who remains one of the wealthiest former athletes in the world. It's still unclear whether he has more exhibitions lined up, but he continues to be linked to lucrative return bouts. Though Hearn never promoted Mayweather, he likely wishes he had, given the star power of the American. As Gervonta Davis prepares for the biggest fight of his career, all eyes will be on the rising lightweight prospect. On February 14th, Davis will face Ukrainian fighter Denis Berinchyk for the WBO lightweight title, marking his first ever title bout.
Stop. I'm definitely waiting for that time because as soon as they release whenever they fight, I'm definitely going to be in camp with them. First of all, I'm going to be in camp with them. I'll probably be fighting around the same.
During his media workout, surrounded by cameras and microphones, the businessman was ready to discuss his upcoming clash. However, the conversation quickly shifted to another mega fight, Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford. With the 25-year-old also training under Crawford's longtime trainer, Brian Bomac McIntyre, Keen's take on the fight sparked quite a reaction. Standing beside him during the interview was Bernie Davis, also known as Bernie the Boxer, a former pro fighter who now trains with the trio. The conversation started off lighthearted, but Keen's response left fans puzzled when he was asked about the September fight in Las Vegas.
So I just want to know how I'm going to schedule my things around his stuff because I definitely want to be there supporting my teammate, man, my brother at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? I definitely want to be there supporting him. So.
During his media workout, Gervonta Davis was caught off guard when a reporter from Fight Hub TV asked who, in his eyes, would reign supreme in this era, Canelo or Crawford. Without hesitation, Davis replied, asterisk for this generation, he's going to be the greatest, you know what I'm saying? It was Floyd Mayweather, then it's going to be Terence Crawford. Asterisk Keen believes that Crawford will become the next face of boxing, following in the footsteps of Floyd Mayweather, who retired in 2017. While Canelo is widely considered the current face of the sport, the 25-year-old remains confident that Crawford is the true successor.
Hopefully they fight out here in Vegas. That would be so crazy. They fight out here in Vegas. They need to fight out here in Vegas. There's no other place where they should fight at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully they fight here in Vegas, man. I just can't wait till they release the...
The interviewer, likely aware of the weight of such a bold statement, pressed further, asking, asterisk that's what's on the line with that fight, right? Canelo and Terence, whose era is it? Asterisk at this point, Bernie stepped in, offering his perspective. I think Canelo had his time, it's just going to be our time, he said with a smile. Keen, showing support for his friend, added, asterisk for sure, for sure. Asterisk fans, known for their passionate and often heated debates in the boxing world, were quick to react. While some shared Davis's confidence in Crawford, others were far less convinced, leading to a flood of criticism.
The announcement for sure.
How difficult of a fight is that for Bud, and what does Bud have to do to win that fight?
Oh, he just gotta be smart. He gotta be smart, and I feel like he just gotta beat Canelo to the punches, you know what I'm saying? Use his ability.
One user sarcastically posted, asterisk Canelo is going to pass the torch to a 37-year-old? Asterisk while age doesn't automatically diminish a fighter's ability, it's important to note that Canelo Alvarez is still performing at the highest level. After all, boasting a 62-2 record as of February 2nd is no easy feat. Some fans responded with even harsher commentary, labeling Keen's take as asterisk stupidity level 1000. This reaction likely stemmed from Canelo's unmatched resume in boxing. The Mexican champion has achieved what many thought was impossible, including becoming the first undisputed super middleweight champion and defeating legends across multiple weight classes. One of the most pointed criticisms came from a fan who noted that Terence Crawford has yet to demonstrate the same knockout power as Canelo.
His skill, his wisdom, you know what I'm saying? And just be smart there, man. God willing, of course, he's going to come out and get the victory, man. And both guys can go home, you know.
One user remarked, Canelo ain't passing the torch to a fighter who couldn't hurt a guy with 10 fights, let alone drop him. Canelo dropped Munguia and Berlanga. This comment highlighted Canelo's victories over Jamie Munguia, where he captured the IBF, WBC, and WBO super middleweight titles, and Edgar Berlanga, securing the WBC and WBO super middleweight titles. However, it's important to remember that Terence Crawford holds an impressive record of 41-0-1 with 30 KOs, maintaining a streak of knockout victories over the past few years. Another user chimed in, bro, you gotta work on defense, you're getting hit too much in the head. This jab at Keen's style seemed to strike a nerve, with fans pointing out that Davis has yet to prove himself at the same level as Canelo Alvarez.
No major injuries and stuff like that at the end of the day. But I know Bud is going to go in there and get the victory for sure.
I'm sure you're not looking past Dennis Berinchik, obviously a very capable fighter, but...
That said, the 25-year-old is still early in his professional career and has plenty of time to refine his defensive skills. With a coach like Bomac by his side, Keen's defense could improve significantly. The criticism didn't stop there, some took it further, joking about Keen's appearance, with one user writing, Keen looks like he could have $1 million and still stink. Ouch. However, it's important to note that such comments often reflect a broader frustration some fans may have with a fighter's public persona. Finally, fans brought up Terence Crawford's fight with Israel Madrimov, asking, what makes him think he's going to beat Canelo when he was struggling against Madrimov?
I hope it's not in Saudi, because I hate getting on long-ass flights. That's just me personally. I hope it's out here in Vegas. Bring that shit to Allegiant Stadium, man. Yeah.
Is that the biggest fight in boxing?
The comparison to Terence Crawford's struggles with former contender Israel Madrimov seemed to damage Bud's credibility. Although the 4-division champion won the fight by unanimous decision, it was undeniably a hard-fought battle. Canelo, the unified super middleweight world champion, had previously dismissed Crawford's call-out, with the fellow 4-division titleist last fighting at super welterweight. Crawford is now entering a potential matchup with Saudi Arabia's Turki Ailshik, who appears to have made good progress in securing the fight. In late 2023, veteran promoter Bob Arum, speaking to Fight Hub TV, gave Crawford no chance against Canelo due to the significant weight gap.
Hell yeah! Yes! What's bigger than that? Like, for real. Like, hell yeah, son. That's the biggest fight in boxing, for sure. For sure.
Tell me, when you hear everyone talk about the fight, the match...
I think Canelo wipes the floor with him, Arum said. I love Crawford, and I told you when Crawford was fighting Spence that he'd beat the hell out of him, but Canelo is a different proposition. It's an interesting fight, but I think there's only one winner. Canelo is used to fighting at a certain level, and I don't think Terence can hurt Canelo, but Canelo can definitely hurt Terence. However, more recently, Arum told Fight Hype that he can't count Crawford out, even though he'll need to pack on 14 pounds for the challenge.
Yeah. What's the biggest thing that you disagree with people on?
How much they count Terence out?
What's the thing that you hear the most? If Canelo hits them clean...
I wouldn't count Crawford out in any fight because he has a unique talent, Arum said. He's a great boxer-puncher and completely ambidextrous, which drives his opponents crazy. They train to fight a right-handed fighter, only to end up facing a southpaw. That's exactly what happened with Errol Spence. He trained for a right-hander and ended up fighting a southpaw. I think Crawford is aiming for a fight like Manny Pacquiao versus De La Hoya. Since Crawford's fight last year, the truth hasn't been in the ring for over a year, though there are rumors of a fight against Sebastian Fundora being negotiated for later this year.
I mean, it could happen. Why not? If Crawford want to challenge himself to be great, let him try to be great, so, what I'm saying, I'm with it. So.
Despite having the opportunity to activate his rematch clause with Crawford, Spence chose not to, whether it's because he feels he needs more time to prepare or has lost confidence. One thing's for sure, Spence Jr. knows just how formidable Terence Crawford is. According to a tweet from TalkSport editor Michael Benson, The Truth recently spoke about a potential fight between Crawford and Canelo.
Between Crawford and Canelo.
I definitely be going Crawford. I think if anybody can pull it off, he can pull it off. He's chasing greatness, so why not? Canelo came up to 175 and all that and fought.
He said, if Crawford wants to challenge himself to be great, let him try to be great. I'm with it. When asked who he thought would win, Spence expressed confidence in his former opponent. I'd be going for Bud. I don't know if he'd win or lose, but if anybody can pull it off, he can pull it off, Spence added. And that's all for now. For the latest updates on news, moments, events, and action in the world of boxing, stay connected with us by subscribing to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss quality content like this. Until next time, peace out.